guys, welcome back to my channel. Simone here. So today I'm going to be filming the rapid fire book tag, and I know it's another tag, but I was actually tagged to do this video by The World of Books, whose channel, Rebecca. I'll link her channel below because I think she's amazing and she deserves lots more subscribers. So go ahead and subscribe to her if you enjoy this. Thank you so much for tagging me, Rebecca. I've been wanting to do this tag for a while, but it's one of those ones that I never remember to do it, so I'm really glad that I was tagged, so I will do it. This was originally created by Girl Reading, Kate over at Girl Reading, and I really like Kate's channel. I actually was in one of her collaborative videos, so I will link that down below. Please go ahead and watch that because it was really fun to be part of a collaboration, and I'm hoping to be part of her next one as well. In fact, I've just filmed the piece for that, so hopefully that will make it because I know I'm quite late because I've been on holiday. So yes, basically this tag is basically just a load of quick fire questions and you answer them as quickly as you can basically, so hopefully this won't be too much of a long video because let's be honest, I'm good at making long videos. So let's get started. So the first question is ebook or physical book, and for me definitely physical book, although I have really, when I was on holiday I really went through my ebooks on my Kindle and really sorted out what I had on there. So I think the reason why I don't read ebooks as much is because I had so many books on there that were just like free ones that I downloaded and I wasn't really interested in and not excited about. So now I'm hoping to read some more of my Kindle books, but definitely physical book if I had to pick. Second question is paperback or hardback, and for me 100% paperback. I know a lot of people prefer hardbacks, but personally I've always been a paperback person. I just think they're easier to transport and I just enjoy reading them more. Question number 3, online or in-store book shopping. I'm going to be totally honest, I'm more of an online book shopper and I kind of prefer it more. I think it's more comfortable that way. Then again, I like online shopping pretty much in general. However, I will say the one exception to that is charity shops. I love to browse my charity shops, like my local ones, and look at the books there. Next question is trilogies or series, and I think we all know how rubbish I am at completing series / trilogies, so to be honest with you, either, because let's be honest, I'm probably not going to finish it anytime soon. If I had to pick, I'd say trilogies just because they are easier to finish, but there are some series that I love, so swings and roundabouts. Next up, heroes or villains, and I'm going to be honest, I'm a big hero person. I find reading about people I don't like uncomfortable sometimes. Like, I would much rather read about nice people than horrible people, so yeah. A book you want everyone to read. Oh, this is such a difficult one. Let me look at my shelf. I'm gonna say other than the obvious Harry Potter, because let's be honest, I mean most people have read that anyway. I'm actually going to say I think everyone should read Jane Eyre, because for me, I think obviously it's my favourite classic of all time, but I think that it's not a difficult classic to read in comparison to others. Like, obviously some people are not going to love it, but I think that Jane Eyre has so many amazing messages to it and I just really enjoy it, so I just want to talk about it to people all the time. So 100% Jane Eyre. Recommend an underrated book, and I'm going to talk about this book a lot over the coming few weeks because I think this is going to be my wrap up. It's probably going to be part of my favourites, and yeah, so let me just grab it. There we are. So my underrated book is this one. This is The Disappearance of Emily Marr by Louise Candlish. Now, this book was amazing. I loved this. I read this on holiday and gave it a 5 out of 5 stars and read it so quickly. This follows a woman named Tabby who is, due to certain circumstances, has found herself on this island off the coast of France, and she hears this woman basically standing outside of her, what she thinks is a holiday home, saying the code to get into it, and then the woman leaves with a bag, so Tabby assumes that she's left to go back home wherever she lives, and so she decides to let herself in with this code and decides to stay there for a few days just while she until she figures out what to do next. Unfortunately for her, Emmy, who is the other woman, is not, like, actually lives there. It's not a holiday home, and she comes home and finds her, and it's about them getting to know each other and it's about them getting involved in each other's lives, and there is a big secret that Emmy is hiding, and it's about that and kind of how Tabby tries to help her with that. And I adored this. This is a very mysterious book. It has lots of twists and turns. It's told from 2 different perspectives. It's told from Tabby in present day, and then you have Emmy's story from a while ago, like how she got to be where she is. And like I said, a beautiful story, really good mental health representation in this, and just a story that I think lots of people should read. And honestly, I've not heard anyone talk about this. I don't know if it's just me, but actually, when was this written? Let me just find out. This came out in 2013, so I would have thought it would have had more buzz, but anyway, really enjoyed this. Can't wait to read more of Louise Candish's writing. Next up is the last book you finished. For me, that is Another Day in the Death of America by Gary Young, which is a non-fiction story where Gary Young picked a random day in America, which I believe was the 23rd of November 2013. Yes, yeah, I remembered it off the top of my head. And it's about he finds on that day that 10 children and young people were killed by gun violence, and he explores that in lots of different ways. I gave this book a 3-star. I did enjoy it. I did find it to be slightly, like, there were lots of different very hard-hitting topics, that some of it was quite difficult to read, and some of it I felt like it went on for too long, but that's just like a personal thing, I think. I really liked this though, and 100% would recommend. The last book you bought, oh, what was the last book I bought? I can't remember for definite if this was the last book I bought, but I think it was. When I was on holiday, we went into a charity shop in the main town where we went, and I found this book. This is A Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin. This is the second book in the A Song of Ice and Fire series, the sequel to A Game of Thrones, and it was only £1.50, and it's a big book, and I thought, well, I've read the first one, I really liked it, and I'd like to read the second, and when am I ever going to find it that cheap? So I picked it up. Next question is the weirdest thing you've used as a bookmark. I think I don't really use weird things as bookmarks. I have so many bookmarks that I generally use them. I would say I've probably used like my phone maybe, or kind of random receipts and things. That's probably all. It's not very exciting, I'm afraid. Used books, yes or no? As I've previously mentioned, 100% yes. I love to get books from charity shops, so definitely a yes. Top 3 favourite genres. Crime, thriller, mystery. That's what I'm going with. I'm sticking to it. Next up is borrow or buy, and I'm going to say borrow. I have a lot of books on my shelf, so right now I'm trying to cut down on borrowing books from the library just because I have so many books already to read. But generally I would rather borrow it than buy it. Characters or plot? I'm going to say plot, just because if a story isn't interesting me, then as much as I can like characters, like I don't want to just read a good character, like I'd rather it have something interesting to keep me hooked. However, if it was about Harry Potter, I'd read anything apart from The Cursed Child, because that was rubbish. Long or short books? I probably prefer, this is a difficult one, I prefer reading short books because I feel like I've accomplished more quickly, but I like long books because it's more like in depth, and the stories tend to be better, in my personal opinion, unless it's done really well. But I'm going to say long books. Long or short chapters? Definitely short chapters. I think that long chapters can feel really drawn out, and when I have this, like, when I say to myself, like, I'm just going to read a couple of chapters, like if it's literally like 50 pages in a chapter, I just want to, like, I can't finish books, and I can't read a book and then leave it halfway through a chapter. Like, I have to read to the end of a chapter, and if it's that long of a chapter, I'm going to be there for a while. Name the first 3 books you think of. Twilight, oh, I'm rubbish at this. A Cruel oh no. Twilight, The Wild Truth, and Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. It's really random. Like, where did that even come from? I'm really bad at, like, the whole, like, think off the top of your head thing. Books that make you laugh or cry. Okay, a book that made me laugh would probably be Spectacles by Sue Perkins, who is a British comedian, because she's so funny that I literally will laugh at everything she says, pretty much. And a book that made me cry would be stereotypically A Fault in Our Stars by John Green, or My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. Our world or fictional worlds? I'm going to say our world. I really find it interesting to think about how, like, different stories can fit into our, like, reality, I guess. I do like fictional worlds in some situations, but my favourite is in, like, Harry Potter, for example. Like, obviously not just Harry Potter, but this sort of thing where they have, like, a fictional world that's within our world, like the whole magical system, like, kind of we don't know about, but it is actually there. I find that whole thing really fascinating. Audiobooks, yes or no? Yes, but I don't listen to them in the same way that a lot of other people do. I don't drive or anything like that, so I don't listen to them on the go as such. I'm one of those people, the strange people, that listen to an audiobook alongside reading the actual book. Like, I follow it. It's like I'm being read a story while I'm looking, with subtitles basically, because that's what my book is. Oh yeah, I love doing that. If I listen to an audiobook without having the story in front of me, I feel like I drift off and I kind of forget that I'm supposed to be paying attention to it. However, I do love an audiobook, and yeah, definitely a yes from me. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? I would be lying if I said no. I tend to be more interested in the synopsis, but and I'm not really a cover buyer necessarily, sometimes but not very often. But I would say that I'm probably more, like, if a book looks interesting, I'm more likely to read it if I have it on my shelf. But I don't necessarily go pick them just because of the cover. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? I'm going to say book to TV. I'm not a big movie person. I don't tend to watch movies very often. I tend to watch TV series. So probably like a TV series that... Do you know what I would love? Is a TV series where each chapter was an episode. Like, obviously, unless it was like ridiculously short chapters, but you know what I mean. I would love that for Harry Potter, for example, with all the same characters before, like all the same people playing them, which I know would never happen, but wouldn't that be amazing? A movie or TV show you preferred to its book? For that, I'm gonna say probably The Fifth Wave, just because I didn't love the book of that. To be honest, the film wasn't amazing, but I do think it was better than the book. And the last question is series or standalones? I'm probably gonna say standalones, just because I feel like it's a complete story, and as I said before, I'm really bad at finishing series. However, if I'm really loving a book, I would always want there to be a second one, because, you know, I'm loving it, so I want more of it. But I'm probably somebody who would rather read a standalone. So that is the rapid fire book tag. It's probably not as short as a lot of people's, because clearly I like to talk too much. Yeah, thank you, Rebecca, for tagging me. And thank you to Kate for making this tag in the first place. I'm going to tag, I haven't even thought about this, so let me do this off the top of my head. I'm tagging, if you've done this before I apologise, but literally I've not thought about it. I'm going to tag Lauren from Lauren in the Books, Mary from With Cinnamon Please, and Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings. So please do this tag if you like to. If, like I said in my previous tags, this is not a you must do this, like, feel free, it's an invitation. If not, don't worry about it, it's fine. I'll see you in my next video, guys. I upload every Monday and Friday at 5 PM. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.